touch not my anointed. You have to believe it too. Because in the days of danger, what will be your security? I'm not saying a Christian did not believe. For me, I know what I believed. You see, I know what I believe and I am persuaded. There is a level of conviction you have. You can walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I'm not saying that death will not come, but you can walk through it. When Silas was telling me that why are people dying plenty, I say we are on the last days. The last days is characterized with all kinds of evil. In fact, the Bible said many people will kill you and think they are doing God a favor. These last days you will hear many of such, but the righteous will be exempted. Because the Bible said they that know the Lord their God will be strong. And you don't just take over a strong man, you bind. It's very hard. The spirit of death hovers around looking for who to kill. You must walk through that shadow and fear it not. Thou anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Do you know what that means? You say, my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn, right? And I shall be anointed with fresh oil. One thing I realize with the anointing is that you can actually purchase it for later use. Thou anoint my head with oil, and my what? Cup. It means the person that came to collect anointing also came with an extra cup. Oh, you understand? It's just like you went to somewhere with your stomach. You went to your friend's room with your stomach and went with a takeaway. So your friend anointed your stomach with Indomie and your takeaway run it over. It's possible to appear before the presence of God and take so much and also carry extra. That's what I say. Wise people always go for extra. I'm saying this for those that feel they are anointed good. In the days of adversity, you realize you need extra oil. The Bible says if you fail in the days of battle, it's not because you don't have strength, but your strength is small. It then means if you are wise, you will get more strength before the battles day come. So don't think you are strong. What if the battles day come and suddenly you now realize I needed extra? Have you heard about the story of the foolish virgins and the wise virgins? The only thing that made the other ones foolish was there was no extra oil. Their cup did not run over. They were anointed, but their cup did not run over. And there was a pathway that they left. As they left that pathway, they were in trouble. We are only guaranteed about your life if you are here. There is a defined pathway. As long as you leave that pathway, we don't know you again. See, if God meets you in the club, it's because He wants to show you mercy. If God meets you at the pool of your sin, it's because He wants to show you mercy. Don't boast on that and say, see me, I'm not even spiritual like you. Look at my life. My life is not better than your own. That your confession is ignorant. Because what you don't know is that whenever the mercy of God cannot reach you, you are doomed. Because you are exploring an availability in God, right? That you don't even deserve. Because you don't deserve it, obviously. If you say you are a bad person, you are. Because at the tail end, you'll be shocked and surprised that there are people to which they are living a very bad life, and yet again, they pass through the shadow of death. Nothing happened to them. They go through things, and you just realize that their life seems to be better than. Never envy the way of a wicked person. Because the day they will be cut off, it will be so miserable. We can be guaranteed that you like this, you can call upon God and say, oh God, strengthen me. But an average person that is carnal, where can he start from? At least you know at least an economy in God. An average person that is very carnal, the Bible says the prayer of a sinner is an abomination. The level of abomination, it will be very hard for the person to even open his mouth. And that is why you will see people dying. You will tell them pray. They will say pray for what? Because they don't know what he can do. So there is a well-defined pathway that guarantees the anointing. And as trivial as this pathway can be, as very trivial. In fact, many years ago, when I realized this thing to remain within the confines of this, I document it as a book. Many of you must have read the book. We are still working on the hard copies. It's just this year that I got the clearance to make my books hard copy. I can assure you they won't be free. And if you see the price, it won't be cheap. Is that okay? If you have access to the soft copy, go and read. We are doing it for those that value. We spend hundreds of thousands buying books. So you don't need to worry. But I'm just trying to let you understand that there is a well-defined pathway. These things may look trivial, but anytime you see things going wrong in your life, return back to them again. It's just like eating food is eating food. That's not true. There is no better way. There is no a day that eating food through mouth will change. And you will never be tired of eating food through mouth. Because if hunger catch you, go open your mouth and eat. If your mouth did not open, our doctors will, how do you do it? You pass it through tube, but it's still through the mouth. But there's the one you pass through the body, Nabi. Veins. Through what? All these help me now. Drip they give. Some of them is food now. That one is not through mouth now. It's through veins, right? If your mouth cannot work, we'll use vein, because food must enter your stomach. It is how we should be desperate about the anointing. So anytime you are appearing before the presence of God, you may not know you are changing, but you are changing. What is happening to you, there is an addition, there is a subtraction. And the way the anointing of God works is, it looks very subtle. You will not know you are getting anointed until one day that same fellowship that everybody used to gather together, and you hold people's hand and you begin to feel some movement in your hand. You're not bumming with this thing now. Yes, it's something is going on. All the appearance in the house of God and everything is activating some things you have no understanding of. It's because you remain within a pathway. Saul never desired to encounter Jesus that day, but because he was on a pathway, there was a passion, a zeal, and there were things he kept to that warrant that kind of privilege. See, there are things if you are doing, even if you don't know, one day you wake up and discover that your life amounts to something, because that thing you are doing is part of what certain people are supposed to be doing. Remember the story of Cornelius in the book of Acts chapter 10 verse 1. He was not a man of God. The Bible says Cornelius was just what? Praying, right? And he was offering alms, and an angel appeared to him. There are people that desire for angels to appear to them. The angel have not. But there was something Cornelius was doing that angel appeared by default. That means if you decide and say you want to always be praying, Abi, and be offering alms, one day angel will appear. And when angel appeared to Cornelius, what do you think happened? There was an anointing. Act chapter 10 from 1.